So you guys have heard the news. Elon Musk might become the first trillionaire in human history. Yes, a trillion with a T. That number is so big, our brains can't even truly process it. So today we're going to break down two things. First, how Elon Musk could actually hit $1 trillion. And two, what does $1 trillion physically look like? Using $100 bill stacks that grow gradually, starting from 100K all the way up to our example of $1 trillion. So let's start with the math behind Elon Musk's projected net worth. So Elon Musk is currently worth around $500 billion, depending on the day and the stock market. So how could that almost double to a trillion? Let's break down the numbers and see. So first off, Musk owns about 13% of Tesla. If Tesla hits future valuations based on self-driving, robotaxis, AI software subscriptions, and robotics like Optimus, some analysts project Tesla could reach a between $6 to $8 trillion valuation in the long term. So 13% of 6 trillion is roughly 780 billion. And on the higher end of the estimate, that 13% of 8 trillion is over $1 trillion from Tesla stock alone. Even if these projections are bullish, Tesla is still the most likely driver. Second, we have SpaceX. Current valuation is between 150 to 180 billion. Some investors believe SpaceX could eventually hit $500 billion to 1 trillion, driven by Starship, lunar contracts, commercial launches, global satellite services, and Musk owns about 42%. So again, 42% of half a trillion is 210 billion, and 42% of 1 trillion is 420 billion. Even at the low end, SpaceX alone is mega wealth for Elon Musk. Next up, we have Starlink. And Starlink very well could become the world's largest internet service provider with currently millions of paying customers. The projected revenue in future models is 30 to 50 billion a year. If Starlink IPOs at around a 400 to 600 billion evaluation, Musk's share adds another 150 to 250 billion dollars to his net worth. And last up, we have X, which a lot of people know and use, which is actually currently a money pit. But if Musk successfully transforms X into a global payments platform, a financial hub, an AI-driven media network, or a quote-unquote everything app, it could become a $200 to $300 billion company in the long term. Even at 50% ownership, that's another 100 to 150 billion. Now you can see where people are getting this $1 trillion valuation. If you add it all up, 750 billion roughly from Tesla, 200 to 400 billion from SpaceX, 150 to 250 from Starlink, and another possible 100 to 150 from X, reaching a trillion is not crazy. It's actually mathematically possible. Now let's get to the fun part, because most people hear these big numbers, but they don't really visualize it. So let's use stacks of $100 bills, since that's the highest US denomination in circulation. So one $100 bill is 0.0043 inches thick. So we're going to use that for our reference and scale it up. So if you had $100,000, your stack of $100 bills is less than 4 feet tall. Basically a short stack you could hide in your closet. Now let's move up to $1 million. Now we're talking. This stack is around 40 feet tall, about the height of a 4-story building. It still fits indoors, but barely. Now let's move up to $100 million. If you were to stack this straight up in $100 bills, the stack is about 4,000 feet tall, or 3 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. Now we're moving up to $1 billion, and we've heard of plenty of billionaires, so the fact that this still sounds as crazy as it is should really say something. Our stack of $100 bill notes is now 40,000 feet tall. That is higher than commercial airplanes fly. At this point, your money is literally leaving the atmosphere. Now we're going to move up to $100 billion. As of now, you can count how many people have reached this milestone on your fingers and toes. This stack of bills now reaches 4 million feet tall, roughly 758 miles straight up. This straight up reaches actual space, not where airplanes fly, but actual space. You are in orbit now. All right, and here it is, the $1 trillion mark. Your stack is 40 million feet tall. That is 7,571 miles. That is long enough to stretch from Los Angeles to London in a straight vertical line of straight $100 bill cash. This is what $1 trillion looks like. Also, just some bonus facts since we're throwing it out there. If he was to give every adult in America a split of his $1 trillion, all 260 million adults in the United States would receive almost $4,000, being a total payment of $3,846. If he spent $1 million every single day, it would take 2,740 years to spend his $1 trillion. If that doesn't sound insane already, if we were to transfer his dollars into seconds, a million seconds is 11 days, a billion seconds would be 31 years, a trillion seconds is 31,709 years. That is older than the entirety of human civilization. Keep that in mind. Really think about that for a second. So, yes, Elon Musk very well could become the first trillionaire, but even more insane is actually realizing what $1 trillion really means. And with that, I'm Mike, the Investing Goblin, and remember, hoard smarter, not harder. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and enjoy videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos.